G'day everyone and welcome to your Thursday footy feed. 2 days out from the grand final, both teams completing final preparations today. We have reporters at Waverley Park and Fremantle Oval. Let's begin with Alex Malcolm in the West.
Matty, I'm outside Fremantle Oval on a cool, wintry, blustery, overcast day here in Perth. Fremantle's last main training session before they fly out this afternoon at 3 o'clock. The media are allowed access for the first 10 minutes of the warm-up, and we got some vision of all of the main players training this morning. Luke McFarlane, Michael Johnson and Chris Mayne all had injury clouds over them. They were all out there. Mayne's back issue seems still to be a problem. He was out there with a jacket. He was the only player out there with a jacket, just trying to stay warm. Michael Johnson came out with a compression bandage on his right calf, and he was just in his runners, and Luke McFarlane looked okay. It was interesting to watch Matthew Pavlich go through a pretty structured warm-up where he was doing some visualisation rehearsal of goal kicking. He didn't actually kick any goals at all, but he went through about 6 or 7 shots from different parts of the ground where he did his routine, going back on the mark and then walking through and kicking, not the ball, but just kicking the air and visualising, trying to kick it straight through the middle. Goal kicking will be a very important factor on Saturday in the grand final. So it's been a massive week here in Freo. Just walking through the streets a little bit earlier on this morning, they've painted the cobblestones in the middle of South Terrace purple. All of the flags of Freo are out. Everybody's wearing scarves. There's purple balloons. All of the cafes are supporting the Dockers. It's been an incredible week. There was more than 5,000 people here for the main training session on Tuesday. They had Eskimo Joe playing, who are a Fremantle rock band. They had the Scotch College Marching Band playing TNT. It was an unbelievable sight. The whole town has been gripped by Dockers fever, and the whole of Perth is really behind them, even though there is a small sect of die-hard West Coast fans who are probably secretly hoping that Hawthorn get up.
Alex Malcolm reporting from Western Australia. Well, thousands turned out at Waverley Park today to watch the Hawks' final training session. Mark McGugan reports from there.
The old Arctic Park certainly living up to its name down here. It's a very, very wet and windy and cold Waverley Park, but that hasn't stopped thousands of Hawthorn fans turning out to cheer their heroes on. And all the big questions, of course, that they all want to know: who is going to come in to replace the injured Brendan Whitecross?
No, we'll sit down as a match committee this afternoon and go through that. You've got, like Taylor DeRay, Simpkin, Cole Cheney, Jed Anderson. There's a group of boys there that'll be in the mix. We'll just sit down and finalise that this afternoon.
Little bit of news off the training track. Brent Guerra and Lance Franklin, both a bit hurt in last Friday night's preliminary final against Geelong, are both out there, so absolutely certain to play, no doubt about that. Guerra has his right shoulder strapped, so maybe a little bit sore, but there's no doubt that he will be on the track. And overall, you'd just say there's a huge feeling of confidence around Waverley. A lot of people this week certainly keen to talk up the Dockers' chances, but everyone down here at Waverley confident that their boys can get the job done. Brendan Bolton saying there's a real steely resolve about the group this year following last year's defeat, and he thinks that will help them get over the line.
Mark McGugan reporting from Waverley Park. Now to other news, and the drums are beating, suggesting Nick Del Santo could be on his way to North Melbourne as we edge closer to the trade and free agency window. The St Kilda veteran has also been linked to Essendon, but the Kangaroos are looking more likely.
We'd obviously love to see him stay at the club. I would, because I've played a lot of football with him. He's a really good mate. I think he's a really valuable member of our team, but I don't really have much say in that.
A trio of St Kilda players have penned new deals. Midfielder Tom Curran and defender Tom Simpkin have signed for 2 years, while tagger Clint Jones has signed a 1-year contract. From Adelaide, exciting goal kicker Lewis Johnston has been given a new 1-year deal. A fractured leg saw him sidelined for 2 months during the season, but the Crows have high hopes for the 22-year-old. And Greater Western Sydney's Taylor Adams could be heading to the Bombers. Nick Bowen and Cal Toomey reporting on AFL.com.au. Adams met with Essendon last week. Collingwood and Richmond also in the race for the 20-year-old. The Bombers will have room in their cap if, as expected, Stuart Crameri leaves for a long-term deal at the Western Bulldogs. And that is all for your Thursday footy feed. Tomorrow we'll be coming to you from the streets of Melbourne for the grand final parade. Looking forward to that. For now, from the entire team here at AFL.com.au, I'm Matt Thompson. Thanks for watching.